Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. My name's Michelle Edhouse, and today I'm going to have a bit of a play with this 10 by 8 canvas. And I have watered these paints down a little bit runnier than I normally do them. You can tell how runny something is by how thin a stream it comes off the stick, and this one's so runny it's not even streaming. Normally my streams are reasonably thick. They're constant but reasonably thick. These ones are really quite thin. So how much fun can we have with that? The other thing I'm going to do is add quite a bit of silicone to these colours, and we'll see what shows up. Really? So, silicone. What silicone do I use? Currently, my favourite is the Durex Play Perfect Glide. It's the pink and black one. Why? Because it is 100% dimethicone, and got about 1 ounce of paint in each of these cups, and I'm just putting 3 drips in each one. Now, for those of you that know me, I normally do half that. So let's see how that creates something different. And the other, so I've got deep turquoise, viridian hue, and yellow ochre. Let me just brighten this camera up a little bit. That's a bit better. And I've also got some iridescent medium here. This has just been mixed up like all my other paints, Floetrol and water. And I'm going to use this tall, skinny spices jar as my pouring vessel. And I'm going to So I'm pouring from quite high up, relatively. And let's see what gets created. So with the iridescent medium as well, we've probably got about 120 milliliters or 3 ounces, sorry, 4 ounces of paint in here, which is way more than is needed for an 8 by 10. Take it from me. You don't need anywhere near that much. The iridescent medium does not have any silicone in it, so just so that you have that piece of information in your arsenal. And I'm going to need to lift this up off the ground just so that anything that drips out drips off the edge will be off the edge and not sitting in a puddle around it. I've run out of pins. I think they're all in the house, so we're going to just use my tins again there. So let's see, what does this concoction create? Ooh, that yellow ochre is really standing out. Got some big puddles of silicone already, because there's a lot of silicone in that, guys. A lot more than I would normally put in there, but that's all good. So just pop some of those air bubbles with the torch. Bring up some cells to stretch around. There's a lot of cells in there. Crikey, this one could end up being quite busy. Let's have a look. The yellow ochre is kind of like a mustard colour. As you can see, as it's rolling to the side, it's rolling off, which I'm quite okay with. Well, rolling under is more to the point. Now, I'm just going to make a corner catcher out of a square of old cardboard, and just have that to catch the paint so it doesn't all disappear off the edge. Bring it around to this side and pull it down. And pull it back. When you're using a corner catcher, if you just peel it back like I just did there, it kind of auto covers the corners, which is really useful. So now I'm going to pull it down to this corner down here. Obviously, if you've got so much paint that you can just let it all run off, and that's great, but you also do lose some of your cells doing it that way. What I like to do is get the canvas covered, then pick the bits that I don't like and pour them off. Alright, so that's our sides all done. Let's have a look. Give it another little torching. Seems to be quite a few air bubbles in there. I'm not a huge fan of this big patch in the middle, because as I say, I'm not a huge fan of the yellow ochre. I like it. And I feel like something else is required. You know what I might do is I might actually do something that I haven't done before. Let's see. Yep, that's the right width. Okay, I'm just going to tilt you a little bit that way so you can see where I'm working. Just to remind me to tilt it back again, alright? Alright, so what I've got here is a little cup of extremely runny white with a little bit of the iridescent medium mixed in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour that along the bottom of that there, like that. And then drag it over. And let's see how all that silicone does now. If I can find my torch, I've buried it. There it is. Ah, you didn't remind me. You didn't miss much. Okay. And now I'm just tilting it back towards where I started the drag from. Covering up where it dragged through down to the bottom of the canvas. Stretching the cells. Alright, I'm going to let that dry. My concern is, because of the paint I used, it's not the Reeves acrylic paint, white paint. Everything else is the Reeves acrylic. But the white is FAS student acrylic. So it might go a bit powdery, which it's already sort of doing, but we'll have to see. Let's see if we can. And here it's starting to break up a little bit. But hey, we'll see. We'll let it dry. I'm going to take some close-ups of it. I'm also going to have a look at what's underneath and see if there's anything funky to use for pendants. And so let me rearrange a bit, and I will be back, maybe, if there is pendant worthy stuff under there, I'll be back with that. Otherwise, I'll be back in a moment with the dry result. Okay, so this is the big chunk that is here, that could possibly turn into something. As you can see, it is quite busy. Quite busy indeed. There's nothing really jumping out at me that says me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. Pick me. So I'm going to take this, which is the corner catcher, and just do a swipe, and then a torching. Ooh, doggy. There's some cells in there. The depths of the sea. Come to play with me. What do you reckon? I think we can grab something out of that. At least one. Let's have a look. What shapes should we do? I think I'm going to do a square one just in there. So what I've noticed is many of you don't understand my voice when I'm describing what I use. This stuff here that sticks onto here and then attaches me to my stick is called blue tack. And blue tack, well, it's actually called power tack, this one. Boop, boop. And it's what you use to put posters up. Okay. Stick posters on the wall. Back in the day when we used to have posters. Now this is going to be a real subtle one. But I'm looking forward to seeing it dry. And now I'm going to grab my white stick and go across there. Quite like just that bit there. Let's pop a round one on that. Where's my round ones? Okay, so popping the blue tack onto the round side of the cabochon and leaving the flat side clear and giving that a polish. Maybe I might go for this bit down here, because these ones have sort of, in that time, grown and changed. Right. Just grab that bit. That's nice. Simple. And hey, if they dry hideous, I can always wash it off. As long as you have your glue going glass to metal when you stick it into your pendant, and not paint on the paint. Well, you can put it on the paint, but as long as you're not relying on the glue on the paint to stick it to the pendant. By going glass to metal, it creates not only a bond, but if you use the right glue, a waterproof bond, which is cool. So I'm going to leave it at that, and we will be back once these have dried, and once the painting is dried, we'll get to see what magic we've created. Alright, I'll see you back here in 3, 2, 1. Oops, I forgot to lift the lid. Lift the pot up. So this is what drained out of the rest of the pot. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a going with the torch and see if anything develops out of that. Quite like it as it is, actually. I might put an oval in that. Let's have a look. And sometimes after you've done your dip, what comes out afterwards, let's see, that's quite nice, it's interesting. But sometimes what's left behind on the table after you've done your dip can be what creates the best bit. But I don't think that's going to happen in this case. It's definitely different, intricate. Block out the glare and let's see what it really looks like. No. Let's leave it. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually scraped the paint up off the ground onto this piece of card, and I'm just gonna take what's left of the white and iridescent medium and just scrape out what's left of the 3 colours. Really give them a good scraping. There's not a lot of colour in these. Oops, that's not even getting on there. I'm just going to give that a stir through like that, and then let that drain. May as well use the paint up, right? And where's our torch? Now I'm really liking that, and I might actually capture that in a cabochon while we leave this to develop. Got some cool cells coming through in that actually. It's let's see. That's quite cool. I like that. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. What I do when I've got it on card like this is I just leave it to dry and then cut it out and make cards. That's nice. I like that. That could even make a pretty cool piece of material. What do you reckon? I think so. Alright. So I'll leave this one to dry as well, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, here it is in the bright sunshine, and it is dried really nicely. I'm really pleased with it. It's come out really cool, and I must say it definitely looks like water. I did a swipe and it came out working. Yay! 3 cheers for Michelle. Whoop whoop. How does it get any better than that? You know what? Asking that question, how does it get any better than that? It certainly does open up the possibilities for more. So often we shut off those possibilities about what else is possible by going, this is the best I'm ever going to do, or I can't do this, or any of those points of view. Stop the energy, stop the creation, stop the possibilities of showing up. So keep asking, guys, how does it get better? What else can I choose? What else is possible? What can I be or do different that would create even greater than this? Not just with your art, but with everything. This one is the card I made, and oh, the reflection's a bit wonky. There we go. I love it. I think that one is super cool, and I've made some very cool paper designs with this, so that's very exciting. And yeah, this will make a very cool card. Very happy, very happy, yay. So now let's have a look at the pendants. Let's see if I can do this. I might move over to the other area where I have got less shine, because the glare really does go wonky. So here's the square one. It's very subtle. But it's cool. This is the first one we did. Now these aren't glued in, these are just placed into pendant cases so that you guys can sort of see the sense of them as pendants. Turn that around so this, there we go. That's interesting. I'm not totally in love with it, and if in the next 48 hours after me posting this somebody doesn't say keep it in the comments, I am going to wash that one off. I don't love it. So next, I do love this one though. I really love this one. That's cool. Sorry, I've got the shakes. This is why I normally use a tripod. I really like that one. That one is super cool. And then for the last one, I've got it in something a bit different. This is in a bracelet. Check that out. So that's the round one. And it is sparkly. There's a lot of sparkle in this one. It's super cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So I will add a link to these bracelets. They fit the 25mm glass round cabochons, and I got silver ones and the bronze ones. They're very cool. I like them. I like them a lot. Simple, elegant, and fun to wear. Alright guys, so that is it. That is the let's go back over to the painting. My swatch that worked. Yay! I'm very pleased with that. And I think there is something growing in there that I'm going to bring out with an additional painting, so stay tuned for that. How does it get better than this one? What can I add to create it even greater? I adore you all. Come join us on Acrylic Pouring for Fun Facebook group. And if you aren't already subscribed, I'd love to invite you to subscribe. I have a subscribers only special coming as a celebration of our 18,000 subscribers, which we have just hit, which is super exciting. Thank you all. I'm very, very grateful. And so please subscribe, and you will receive a notification come through on the notifications soon if you are a subscriber, either on my channel or on the newsletter that I have, which you can sign up to at mickyart.com/sign up. So mceart.com/sign up, and you'll receive that notification there too. Special announcement, giveaway type stuff. Anyway, I will see you very, very soon. I adore you all, and what else is possible now? Yay!